Christopher Presents Lego Creator Family House. Set number 31012 contains 756 pieces and recommended for ages 8 through 12. So this is the 3-in-1 special. So it looks like we get to build also a factory or a villa, and this is the family house. We even get the light brick. Let's have a look at the back. There's the light brick. So I'm taking it that this is the villa and this is the factory. Looks like we get a good assortment of things to do. Let's have a peek inside the box and see what we get. Packed with lots of pieces. Get a bag of various bricks and elements. Now, just to note that this is a creator set, so the bags are obviously not numbered because it is built into several other models. We got bag number 2. Our third bag with a lot of other various bricks. We have 4 bags. Bag 5 and 6. Oh, we got 7 bags. They just keep coming. There's our 8th bag. Get a couple of light green building plates. Looks like we get a 2 8x16s and 1 16x16. And we get a gray 16x16. And finally, we have our instruction manuals, and they are bounded by cardboard. So there's 3 of them, looks like, so I guess each manual represents a build. Nothing else in the box. So it looks like we get a great assortment of parts to build that family home. So let's begin with the first model. The first model that can be built is the factory. This is known as the quick build. In a moment, I'm going to be covering the minifigures, the truck, the factory, and the spare pieces. So here's the minifigs. We get a gentleman, like a sweater, that is printed on. Great minifig. Let's look at the female. Her blouse is also printed on as well. Like the facial expression, the hairpiece. She's got print work on both front and back. Now let's have a look at the vehicle. It's a little truck, like a hauler. Not sure what this is. I think this has something to do with the factory. And the tailgate does open up to easily load your cargo. There's the inside. So you can seat one minifig. Does row nice and smooth. Now let's explore the factory. First thing you're going to notice, we have a little security camera. So we can see who's outside. Got a little shrub. We got a working garage door with the window. You can see right inside there, and I'll show you that here in a second. I like the 3 windows on top. Really cool. Here's this side, you got a couple windows. I like the mixture of the dark red and brown roof tiles. Adds some nice character. Here's the back side of the factory. Got a loading dock. Like this blue door. You can get a porch light. And this side has stairs that lead up to the roof. Got a little window up here as well. I like this chimney with the profile brick and the stack. Got 2 little stacks here, and this is how you turn on the light brick. And I'll show you that. So we're gonna press this button down here, open the door up, and it lights up nice in there. Now let's have a look at the inside. This does open up. Just gonna pull this, and this does hinge open. Here's our door. Here's the inside. Just press that light brick. Lights up nice. Now you can also remove the roof. Let's pop the roof off here. Looks like we got some furniture. I'm not sure if they're making furniture. She also got some plants. Got a little table or workbench. Looks like that's a little fireplace. Got a lamp on a table. So you can play with this either with the back open or not. Close this up nice. Let's have a look at the roof. Here's the light brick. Like the way how that's mounted. And the roof can easily be assembled. I like the seamless construction. So that is the factory. Here are the pieces that are left after building the factory. We have extra doors, windows, tons of bricks. There's an extra 8x16 plate, roof tiles, all assortment of elements. So you can really expand this factory if needed. So you do get tons of building parts. The second model that can be built is the Villa. This is also known as the medium build. Let's take a closer look at this lawnmower. It's a okay looking lawnmower. It's a little too massive for our minifig. We got a pool. I like the use of the transparent studs for bubbles. Could also be a hot tub. We got the missus. She's sitting in a adjustable chase lounge. Got a palm tree. Now this house is pretty cool. You have a door here with a, looks like a wood burning fireplace or maybe an outdoor grill. I like the stepping stones. You also have a second door. These are French doors with blue door handles. So I don't know what's going on there. And you got a third door. I like the glass on the side, I like the plant. The outdoor light fixture, little awning on top. Got lots of windows. I like the little balcony. And if you look, we got the brown and dark red tiles. That really looks good. Now let's have a look at the inside. We're just going to open this up. And it folds out. Now, the second story does not come off, but there is plenty of room to reach in here and play, and you do get a good size of playing area. So here's this light brick, and I'll show you that. We're going to press this here, and the coals light up inside the fireplace. So that's really cool. And I like the use of this profile brick. And I think I measured, you do get a 10 by 16 space, which is pretty good for play. I like the little lamp in the back there. You got your stairs up to the second story, which I'll show you that in a bit. Here's the holder here, and this does lock in, so this model will not close, but I like the way this hinges. This is really nice with the large arches. Now when you want to play in the second story, the roof can be removed. Very solid roof construction. Let's have a peek in the second story. I like this light fixture. It uses two clear little bulbs. It just swings back and forth like a real light fixture. So if you come upstairs, you do have somewhat of a tiny bed that barely can hold one minifig. So not a lot of room up here, but I do like the light fixture. And this model does have a lot of windows. But this does not come off. But the roof can be easily replaced. And I like the locking mechanism right here because this will snap into here. And it doesn't come open. For this being the second build, this has really got some detail. Really nicely thought out. Now here is the spare parts you get after building the villa. You can see we still get a good assortment of plates, doors, some windows, and I forgot to mention in the first review that you do get a brick separator with this set. So that's a good bonus. So there's enough pieces here to add on to your villa. So this is the second build. Here is the family house. This is the advanced build. Let's have a look at the car. It's a standard brick car. Only seats one minifig, but it's cool. And we also get a little radio controlled car, and you can see our minifig here is riding it across the lawn. Let's have a look at the house. Starting off with the tree. Looks like we got a bird on here, maybe a parrot. Not sure what kind of tree this is. It's got some yellow studs, so I'm assuming this is probably some kind of a lemon tree or maybe a palm tree bearing fruit. I like the path that leads up to the entranceway here. And you can see we got some furnishings, and I'll show you the inside here in a bit. Here's the look onto the light fixture, and I'll show you that there as well. Here's the garage. Have a peek inside. You can simply put our vehicle inside like so. Close the door up. I like the use of the glass block for the window in the door. That's really nice. That's really clever. I like that. You also get a balcony on the second level. First thing you're going to notice is the barbecue. And you do get a chicken leg. And I like the use of the transparent orange studs for the coals and the grills. That's really good. Even like this porch light and this design of the rail. Have a look at this side. Side entry door to the garage. Like the porch light. Shrubbery. Really cool. I like the use of that. Even like this little welcome mat here. Nice flow of the dark red and brown roof tiles. Really nice. Here's the rear. Not much is going on in the back. Now here's the other side. We got another entry point in the house, like the porch light. Profile bricks. Different use of different color of brick for the chimney. Here's the top. Like the grill on the top. Really nice. And there's the two-colored roof with the brown and dark red. Now we have a little roof vent at the top here, which doubles up as a switch for our light brick. So if I come in here, press this down, the light lights up, which reflects onto the light fixture, and that is really nice. I like the way these designers hid the switch for the light brick. That is really clever. Now, let's take a look at the inside. In order to gain access into the interior, this can be folded out to reveal the layout. We got the garage, living area, bedroom, and the second floor loft. Starting at the bottom left, here's the garage. It's a little bit of a tight squeeze with the vehicle, but it does work. Here we got the living area. You see the fireplace in the background. Also got a little chair, looks like a desk. Here's the stairs that lead up through the loft and to a small bedroom. Like this light fixture, that's really cool. But the bed is pretty far back up against the wall, so it's very tight to get a minifigure in there. But it does work, and you got the door that takes you out to the balcony where the barbecue is. So that's pretty cool. You can also gain access overhead by removing the floors. The bedroom portion can be removed, as well as the loft. And this is what houses the light brick. Let's have a peek inside. See the light brick there on the left? Yeah, it lights up that light fixture. It just shines down on top of it. Really cool. Nice, good, solid construction. Now, let's have a look in the interior. Let's head over to the garage. Like I said, there's not much room. Both bumpers are hitting the garage door and the wall. So it's a really tight squeeze. Here's the living area. Have a look at the chair. A couple of angle plates. Really clever. You also have the desk. And the fireplace has a couple of transparent bricks and studs to make it look like a nice warm roaring fire. Here's your steps. There's an entry door here as well as one over here. But it is a very decent sized play area for the first story. Really nice layout. So the family house has plenty of access for play, and it can be easily assembled. Just going to fold it up. Locks in place. We can put the bedroom above the garage and the loft. Nice seamless construction. Looks really good. Now let's have a look at the light brick. You can see it lights up nice inside the living area. How it lights up the chandelier. Really good. I like this. This turned out really nice. So after building the family house, you do obviously have a brick separator and a few extra pieces, such as round bricks, a few studs, some tiles, slopes, ties. Not much to enhance the family house, but still a good assortment of extra parts. This concludes the review for the LEGO Creator Family House. Set number 31012 contains 756 pieces and is recommended for ages 8 through 12. I must say this is a great set. You do get 2 minifigures. You get parts such as doors, windows, roof tiles, bricks, plates. It's just a wonderful set all around. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed putting all 3 models together. It's very fun. I think, and all in all, this is a great creator set, one of LEGO's best. So I'm really happy with it. So, thank you for watching the review on the LEGO Creator Family House.